Okay, we are back. Well, I said it again, but it's just me. I'm going to do this video on Luigi Mangione and react to the worst uh, group of women on TV. They're horrible. I can't believe that they're platformed and still on the air. It's insane, the stuff that they say. But I might actually find myself agreeing with them a little bit here. This is a controversial thing, so This is definitely something that leaves people divided. No matter if you're right or left or in between or whatever, it seems to leave people divided. So, yeah, I'm gonna react to these insane women, and I have a feeling that I'm probably gonna agree with them a little bit. So, yeah, let's get into it.
U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi says she's directing federal prosecutors to seek the death penalty for accused killer Luigi Mangione, who pleaded not guilty for the murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. What is she doing?
This is
Stand
unusual,
Whoopi, dude.
actually,
She
for the
sucks.
Justice Department. Basically, there is something that you generally have to go through. You go through Main Justice, you go through the U.S. Attorney's Office of the Southern District of New York. There are meetings that are held. There are standards that need to be met, and then it goes to the Attorney General. And so it seems like she's leapfrogged. Yeah, she's really leapfrogged the enshrined process for a death penalty case, which is the most serious case. I was one of those.
That is kind of crazy that they want to seek the death penalty right away. I'm for the death penalty, but I'm also pro-life. I know, I guess that to a lot of liberals that seems like a paradox or whatever. But no, I mean, if you're doing absolutely heinous, terrible things, then you should definitely be. Sorry, the abs are on. I always record these when I'm watching sports, but they're down right now, 2-zip. But yeah, anyways, I'm just kind of. I think if you do really terrible things, you shouldn't be allowed to live. I mean, we shouldn't have you, sitting on death row for 20, 30, 40 years or whatever it is, paying for you to live when, honestly, it should just be not too quick because sometimes I find people that are wrongly accused. In the case of Mangione, he's not. I mean, it's like on video, I believe. But, I mean, is it actually him in video? I don't know. Did he admit to it? I can't remember. I should have got more case details. But yeah, death penalty for that is crazy, and it's insane that they asked for it right away. I don't know why this would be like capital punishment. Maybe because of the premeditated nature of it, I believe.
Those federal
Let's keep
prosecutors
going.
doesn't believe in the death penalty, and so I didn't try death penalty cases. But I will say this: he's facing state and federal charges, and so generally, when there's a state like New York that doesn't have the death penalty, the federal government doesn't usurp that. They try the federal case later, and then they don't seek the death penalty because New York doesn't generally seek the death penalty. So it just seems like an assault on the process for me. It just seems like the Attorney General is acting really. Against sort of our institutional standards, which is what this administration is doing.
I was a little surprised this is where the Trump Justice Department started. I would have thought, a human trafficking member, a cartel member who killed a lot of people. There's
I have to agree
things that I
with the
think are a
pretty
little more
lady.
in line. Well, that are
Oh my
more
God.
aligned with what Trump's priorities are.
Dude, Joy Behar is she's so insufferable, dude. What about school shooters? Yeah, they should die too. I mean, I don't know about Luigi, but a school shooter, for sure. Just kill him right away. Or, like mass shooter types or whatever. I mean, just get rid of them. We don't need people like that in society. We shouldn't even have them locked up. We just shouldn't be paying for them to live. I mean, when you do fucked up stuff like that, you're gone, dude. You just don't deserve anything. You don't deserve life. I mean, life as itself is a gift. I mean, of course, it would be a lot of suffering to be in prison forever. But still, I mean, just end them, get rid of them. We don't need it. I mean, human life like that, I feel like is expendable. We don't need that. And, but, aborting a baby is not good. That's something that it's a child that should be given a chance at life. Once you've already been living and then you do something really fucked up, then you don't deserve to live. So
I personally believe in the death penalty in cases, the most extreme cases, terrorism, mass
Who's
murder,
this lady?
with
She's
the
hot.
most
Holy
extensive
shit.
appeals process in place so that mistakes are
Total
not
babe.
made. I think Luigi Mangione, if convicted, should spend his life in jail. I do not see him as a candidate for the death penalty.
I don't even know
He's a
if he
first-time
should get
offender.
life. I
He
mean, is he
young
going to
and
do
he's
it again?
somebody-
Who
Prison
knows?
systems are meant to rehabilitate
If he does like
and
20
to punish.
years.
He is somebody who could be somebody that is rehabilitated while serving his sentence of life in jail.
Well, and I think punishment, there's time served. Our federal maximum security prisons are not a fun place to be.
No.
And that's where he would be. So I tend to think the greater punishment in what he did is to stay alive and live with that. I'm a big believer in people having to live with themselves and the choices they've made and their surrounding neighbors in places like that.
But do you think there would be a big backlash? Because he's very popular, this guy.
I was
I
surprised.
mean, this could be a backlash, you know?
I was a
already
little
is. There's a
surprised there.
billion.
He's kind of become a cult hero. I don't think it's right on circles on the left and some parts of the right that see him as this sort of populist warrior.
Why is
I
it
don't
on the
agree
left?
with
Why
that.
isn't it on the left? It's just it's about.
What do you mean?
Taking
This,
on a-
of course it's on the left, dude. They champion destruction and mayhem. I mean, they love it. I mean, look at them just like cheering on like all the Tesla shit going on. Caleb just did a video on that about the protests and people burning Teslas and shit. You guys should go check that out. But I don't know why she acts so fucking surprised. Like the left just constantly is like just disrupting society and burning shit down and doing terrorism. That's like what they do. You know, they can't change it. They can't change things with the way they vote because they always put up shitty candidates. So then they always lose. And then when they can't get their way, then they start burning shit down and fucking with everybody's stuff. The left is unhinged. I mean, far right, yes, they are definitely unhinged. But the far left, I mean, they're like firebombing and drawing swastikas. They are like more closely like related to the brown shirts. You know, when Hitler was when he was rising to power or whatever. I mean, they just are doing, excuse me, they are doing stuff that mirrors the Nazis more than MAGA and the right.
I want to amplify because I disagree with
Far right and far
it.
left meet on
Murder
anti-corporation.
is bad no
Murder's
matter what.
bad, so
But
I'm
all I'm saying is that
surprised
No,
he's
murder is
politically, it could be a
bad.
backlash against
Well, yeah,
Republicans.
murdering people is fucked.
I don't think that.
Give him the death
The
penalty.
far right and the far left meet when it comes to corporate greed, and so this was something that united the extremes on both ends.
How do you figure?
I don't want to call myself an extremist, but I do happen to agree with the sentiment that these people that run and own these insurance companies, they have blood on their hands because they're supposed to increase profits. They're not supposed to just give out money, and people commit fraud all the time, sure, but they deny people all the time, like normal people that aren't trying to take advantage, and they're just trying to live longer, and they need the help from their insurance company, who will deny their claims all the time, and then they end up dying, or they have a long processing time, and then they can't get care approved or whatever by the insurance company, so then they die from that, or their condition worsens. They gotta suffer more. Maybe they get saved by it eventually if it's approved, but that's why this, I mean, you're in the business of providing insurance for healthcare, and you end up killing a lot of people because you really only care about profits. So I don't really I don't really feel too bad about the guy that got killed. Murder's wrong, but I mean, it's like when you're in the business of, you know, your business has to do with whether people live or die, and they just can't get approved for it because you decided you have some sort of stipulation that they can't receive care. I mean, you have blood on your hands. You just do. It's just how it is. I mean, not everybody can afford. Maybe that's the only insurance they can get, or whatever. That's what's covered through their work. I mean, this shit's not cheap. So it's their only option to have that. And then, you know, it's not a matter of, well, just get different insurance then. It's not that easy. Not all the time. So, I mean, I live in like Colorado where they've made it easier to do stuff like that. Like I don't make a ton of money, so I go through this Colorado Health Connect thing, and it's pretty cheap. I pay like $15 a month, and they like cover a lot. I mean, like they cover like 95% of the cost, if not 100% in most cases. I haven't had to pay for any kind of medication that I take. I'm actually currently off of the meds that I was taking because I've been getting healthier and making better choices in my life to not have to rely on healthcare. But yeah, I mean, these people have blood on their hands for sure.
Figure that they left his.
Well, I didn't come up with it.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I'd like you to explain
She's right
it.
about that.
No, I'm right. It's yeah.
She's right about
We're
that.
gonna go.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. The View, I found myself agreeing with some of those people on there on the panel. Actually, the two smarter ladies, it seemed like. The one all the way at the end, and then the blonde one and Sunny hosting, kind of. But, yeah, I don't know. That's all I have for you guys today, but I appreciate it. If you guys would subscribe, check out our socials in the description. You guys can always message with us, like, directly or whatever. Yeah, leave some comments. Let's start a discussion or something. I mean, I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. So yeah, I appreciate the watch, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.